Hi, and welcome everyone to Multifamily Investment Advisors Multifamily Monday. Uh, we have some information to share about the markets today, and also some investment opportunities. We'll try to keep it short. Drew, why don't you give us a quick update on the capital markets?
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Drew Heitzman. So not a ton has changed. Just to be brief here, not a ton has changed over the last week. The Treasury has been trading between the range of 1.54 and about 1.45 to it's currently at 1.47, about 7 basis points off the high over the last week, which was 1.54, as I previously stated. And the reason for that sudden increase last Friday was due to the personal consumption expenditure price index rose 3.4% in May prior to last May. So that caused the 10-year Treasury to jump due to inflation concerns from traders and investors. But right now it's sitting at 1.47, so something to keep an eye on moving forward. Obviously, inflation has been a concern over the last few months in terms of the 10-year yield, but right now it's sitting at a pretty consistent range between 1.45 and about 1.6.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, we are hearing the I word being tossed around quite a bit in business news, and there is inflationary pressures as well as other headwinds coming at multifamily or commercial investors as per usual. However, these commercial investments tend to be a pretty good hedge against inflation. And a lot of people buy multifamily and make these investments as a hedge against inflation. Typically, as the cost of living goes up, So your rents and other things can typically keep pace with the increase. Sometimes you get unusual spikes, but pretty consistently, most investors bake in a 3% per year increase in expenses. In the last couple of years, a lot of expenses have been at or below that number, while there has been others that have exceeded the 3%. One being the water bill. It seems like water, it's been a little bit of a shortage in water. If you look back over the last 5 years, I want to say water has went up by over around 300%. We are seeing, as we're underwriting properties, we are seeing over the last 18 months or so increased water consumption, and also increased usage as far as in trash. And I think that's just more of a function of people sheltering in place and using the resources a little bit more. But the increased consumption really isn't inflation. That's just a change in pattern or change in behavior that we're seeing since more people are working and have been schooling from home. But since the market has began to open back up, things have been opening back up. The vaccine seems to be taking hold, and more people are confident in moving around. It's interested to see the businesses coming back, and as Drew pointed out, increased personal consumption. Jason, do you have any updates from us from some of the developments happening in or around the city? What's happening out there?
Yeah, thanks, Tony. I'll give a quick update. I wanted to look at near South Loop, near McCormick Center, Draper and Kramer. They recently just completed a project, a building called Aspire, and it was a 24-story building with 275 units, and recently just seen some information about a proposal that they have to build more units in a vacant lot that's immediately south of that development that they just recently finished up. So a lot going on near McCormick Center, and it's steps away from CTA Green Line, so it's transit oriented, and really something for us to keep an eye out on in that South Loop Brownsville area.
Awesome. And Cody, you typically have some information about how owners can increase appreciation of their assets. You want to give us a quick update there?
Yeah, absolutely. Three of, I would say, the hottest right now, or three of the hottest right now, ways to force appreciation in your assets currently would be one, the city incentive of 80 pilot zones. You can register to make or create or to fix and allow to be improved garden units and accessory dwelling units or auxiliary dwelling units that are legal by the city standards. Another great way to add a legal revenue stream to your building, and that's in 5 separate areas scattered all across Chicago. If you need more info on that, give me a shout. I'll pop my contact info into the chat. 2 other ways would be one, the opportunity zones. That's a federal program that offers tax incentives to improve an area and on an individual investor level, improve real estate in a certain parcel. So it's a great way to essentially to utilize the federal program for tax shelter and tax incentives. And then the very last thing would be cell phone towers. It's a little bit interesting, but fixing cell phone towers on a lease basis to a building can be a great way to add a little bit more revenue to an existing structure. Not everybody's eligible, but if your building does fall within an area that a cell phone company, Verizon, for example, needs, you may be able to add just a little bit more value to the asset as it stands. And that's all I've got today.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that interesting perspective. I'm always looking for ways to add value. Yeah, typically if you can figure out a way to add another unit or to even duplex some of your first floor units down into the basements on the multifamily properties, you should be able to attract either an additional family or a growing family into the space and increase cash flows. And the same thing with adding either a billboard or a cell phone tower if your property's in an eligible zone. Another way to increase revenues and create additional streams of income from the business that you already got set up. Thanks for sharing that, Cody. Kelly, any updates on investment opportunities? Any exciting news out there about that?
We do. Thank you, Tony. I do have an update on some investment opportunities with the Multifamily Investment Advisors. First is a rare opportunity to acquire a trophy wealth preservation asset in Hyde Park that is located at 5228 South Blackstone. This is a mixed-use property in downtown Hyde Park. It's 40-unit building, has strong long-term retail tenants, including a long-term national tenant in Boston Market. So definitely reach out to us for more information on that asset. Next, in the 100-unit count range, we do have an opportunity to pick up a 114-unit Southside portfolio located in the Brainerd and Chatham neighborhoods. This is with a low per unit price of less than $60,000 per unit. These combined portfolios offer an opportunity to pick up a critical mass of assets within a few miles of each other with great cash flow from day one. For more information on these opportunities and more, please reach out to us. There's multiple ways you can reach us. Our website, www.chicagomultifamilyinvestments.com, by email at investment@kwcommercial.com, and telephone 312-863-8990. I will be posting all of these contact methods in the chat. And thank you, Tony.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that information. Yeah, awesome opportunities. We got opportunities all over the city and suburbs. I saw something flash by in Aurora a little while ago, another opportunity over in Dalton, and some really excited about the Hyde Park opportunity. So definitely reach out to the team for more information on that. And if it's Monday, check the multifamily and it's noon. Grab your lunch and spend some time with the multifamily investment advisors. We'll be bringing you updates on investment opportunities and the climate in the Chicagoland market. Thank you.